Hi everyone, Poetry Reader Mondays. Welcome back. Because we're in December and Christmas is here, well, coming, it's nearly here. I thought I'd roll through December with some winter poems, Christmassy poems, some positive, some about mental health, but it's all relevant to this time of year. Hence the Christmas tree. I'm not in some amazing studio. I just moved my chair from my desk to my Christmas tree to make it more festive. daft, daft. But why not, right? So the first poem I'm going to read you is called "This Time of Year." I wrote this a couple of years ago as a reminder to myself that I enjoy this time of year. Sometimes I need to remind myself. This is called "This Time of Year." This time of year, I love it. Something positive to focus on, and I can enjoy it. The beautiful lights, the early nights, keeping the loved ones close and holding them tight. The delightful food, the way too much to drink, there's smiles all around. Christmas parties, special events, and late night shopping in town. The big choirs, the amazing singers, and all those festive songs. We all know the words, so we all sing along. The silly cracker jokes, the funny jumpers we wear, the gifts that we give and show each other we care. We enjoy the festivities, spend all our time together. I love this time of year. I wish it would last forever. That's this time of year. I've always been one for Christmas. I've always loved it ever since I was a kid. Christmas is magical. But it's always crazy how in the winter, though, I always take a dip. And it always ends up about the end of November, the beginning of December. My mental health it just takes a tumble. Maybe it's the good stress mixed with bad stress. Maybe it's the pressure or the not pressure. Are you doing enough? And it's just, I think my brain just breaks a little bit. I don't know why. But maybe it's the symptoms as well. And I all just come crashing down a bit. And sometimes I really need a real reset because it's difficult. I don't know. My MS, it goes through the roof in the winter. In the summer, it's the same, but it's the opposite. So in the winter, all my skin burns. It's horrible. I'm always tired because I'm using that extra energy because it's cold. And it's awful. But you get on with it, right? You just get on with it. You don't really have a choice. In the summer, it's the opposite. I get too hot, and then I get Uthoff syndrome, so I get really dizzy, and I can't really stand up much, and I'm pretty much struggle because like the cold breeze that comes off the sea, that burns my skin too. So it's like catch 22. Autumn and spring for me, I get to wear tracksuits, and there's no overheating, there's no underheating. It's just fine. That's better for me. That's better for me. So this one I wrote and I put on Facebook the other day. This is called the Winter Dip. I wrote this a little while ago because I need to remind myself to stay alright in the winter. So the winter dip. The mind needs to be mindful of the winter depressive dip. Symptoms become increasing and mental health begins to tip. Weak through the cold days and pains through the long nights, an abundance of different sensations feels like an everlasting fight. Good stresses become stressful, positivity becomes draining, smiles become forced, but they're still joyfully maintaining. Holding yourself together, not letting that mentality slip. The mind needs to be mindful and keep out of the winter depressive dip. And I write that just to remind myself that it comes, and I know it does. And I talk to Donna every year and I say, I'm dipping, and I know I am. And the winter can be quite a stressful time, and it's really painful, but it's really fun too. So I'm going to read you one more poem. This is just a little poem. I've been writing Christmas limericks all week. So I can't read them all to you now because I'll have no more to read you through December. So this is called Jimmy. And this is Jimmy. So, for those of you that have a Jimmy, or whatever you chose to call him, you'll understand what I mean. This is Jimmy the Elf. Last year, he kept trashing my house. He threw things around, he even shat in my sprouts. This year, I'm gluing him to the shelf. that's Jimmy. So that's me for this Monday, and I'll come back next Monday with some other Christmas poetry. Until then, bye bye.